Whatever the Walt Disney Company might be saying to investors regarding Epic Universe and how they supposedly believe Walt Disney World will benefit from the opening of Universal Studios' third park, well, we're here to tell you that actions speak louder than words. And Disney is looking a little absurd. Not the first time, but definitely a time that you should pay attention to, because they're doing everything they can to prevent their guests from going to Epic Universe. Hello, folks, and welcome back. We are so happy to have you. An attitude of gratitude every single time you decide to spend your time with us. And folks, just for a moment, let me say too that if you enjoy this kind of content, consider becoming a part of our Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/WDW Pro. And over there, you'll find stuff that sometimes is too spicy or too early to put out here on the channel. All right, let's dive in. We'll tell you why Disney looks to be doing everything they can to block Epic Universe and Universal Studios this coming summer. It's a real bummer, but it's true. All right, let's get to the next story, and it is powerful indeed. Folks, we're talking about what we've been predicting for a while, and that is that Disney World, whatever they might say publicly, whatever they might try to tell you and their investors, well, they're afraid. They're very afraid. Here's what we've got. From the one and only Scott Gustin, if you book a deluxe hotel, you'll get the Disney dining plan. If you book a moderate or value hotel, you'll get the Disney quick service dining plan. Full details will be shared January 2nd. Now, what's this talking about? Well, starting January 2nd, guests booking a 2025 Walt Disney World summer vacation package can get a free dining plan for arrivals most nights. Pay attention to these dates, folks. May 27th through June 26th. And July 7th through August 6th. So the very, very peakest of the peaks, the 4th of July week, not included. But I'm here to tell you, I cannot recall a time when I saw such an aggressive reaching out to pulling guests in the middle of summer.
You know, I'm going to add a little bit of color to this. The free dining plan is not quote unquote free. You have to pay rack rate, which is the full rate for the room. However, it's a good deal if you can work it. And this was usually offered during the low vacation periods like January or hurricane season, which was in the middle of August. So that's usually when the package was offered. The fact that this package is being offered entering literally into summer and then, exclusive of the 4th of July week, beginning of May on, that's usually the start of the high tourist season at Walt Disney World. Bookings must be extremely soft to have them do this. I've never seen them do this.
And you know, they've said, oh, we're doing fine. Everything looks good for the summer when Epic Universe opens. Oh, even though our attendance has been down this year, it's going to rebound. It'll be just fine. The actions speak louder than words, folks. Take a look at this. This is out of the Disney Parks blog. There is nothing like a visit to Walt Disney World. We provide a wide variety of ticket, dining, and hotel options and promotional offers during the year to help families save on their vacations. Oh, yes, you're very interested in us saving. Very interested. Available for booking beginning January 2nd, you can get a free dining plan with the purchase of select Walt Disney World vacation packages. Now, here's where it gets so much more interesting. Take a look, folks. From January 2nd to February 10th, you can get a free dining plan with the purchase of a non-discounted, here we go, 3-night, 3-day minimum stay at a Disney hotel with Park Hopper.
Oh, now, they're doing Park Hopper now?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. I have to add this. It used to be that you they had a minimum night stay and you had to include at least one ticket. And it used to be you could do a 1-day ticket for one park, not a Park Hopper. You used to be able to do that.
Well, why do we think that they would do a 3-day minimum? What is that about?
Oh, I know.
It's a magic number.
Because Epic Universe tickets are only for stays of 3 to 5 nights.
Yep.
And they want to avoid you cutting your Disney vacation in half to go over to Epic Universe. That this is 100% a knee-jerk desperation reaction to the opening of Epic Universe, which, by the way, opens 5 days before this promotion goes into into creation. And I should also point out, guys, that this is the park that was giving Bob Iger, quote, no anxiety whatsoever, right?
So you're exactly right, Marvin. By doing a 3-day bundle, what Disney is trying to do in the height of summer with the dining plan, what they're trying to do is you got to make a choice now. You're either going to Epic Universe for the typical family, because most families stay for 4 or 5 days in Orlando. They don't stay 6, 7, 8 days. So Disney is telling them, you got to make a choice. Are you going to go to Disney or are you going to go to Epic? You can't do both, because Epic, due to the demand, has a 3-day minimum. You're exactly right, Marvin. This is the play that Disney is trying to make, and it reeks of desperation.
Yeah.
Jonas, can you read a little bit of this article that Marvin has done for us? Can you read a little bit of this on That Park Place, please?
Absolutely. Walt Disney World brings back free dining as the shadow of Universal's Epic Universe looms. Why is it shadow? Are they getting Sonic? No, but I do like that word today. Walt Disney World's once legendary free dining plan is making its comeback. Let's look at these details. Of course, if you go over to That Park Place, you'll see the Scott Gustin tweets. But let's break this down. From May 27th to June 26th and July 7th to August 6th. Obviously, there's a big gap there for the July 4th week, which they're counting on that being big. You have to book before February 10th. See, look at that free advertising we're giving them there. At least a 3-night package with Park Hopper tickets. Park Hopper tickets. I'm going to say this. I know it's a controversial opinion. Park Hopper is a supreme waste of money at the Walt Disney World Resort.
I don't know, Jonas. I got to disagree on that one.
Yeah, I pushed back on you on that one a little bit.
No, I'm going to stay in my stubbornness and say, if I like to go into the parks, enjoy them for what they are, and if they don't have enough at that park to fulfill me for one day, I'm just not going to go to that park. I'm not going to pay the ridiculous park hopping fees on top of it.
So here's why I'll push back. Because of the reservation system, things are weird at Disney World, and you can go to a park. Let's say you go to Animal Kingdom, and you get there and the parking lot is absolutely full. You can go to Epcot and it's empty. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. And so the reason that I use park hoppers is because if I show up to a park and the parking lot's full, I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm park hopping my little butt right on over to a different place that's completely vacant as soon as I can. That's the purpose for me.
So you're willing to pay extra money to go to a different park than you intended to go to that day?
I mean, why not?
Yes, because if you purchase enough days, then the park hopper is not significantly more. If it's a 1 day or 2 day, a 1 day park hopper versus a 1 day standard is a huge difference.
That's where I'm at, right there, right in that zone right there.
Plus, also, it depends on what it is that you plan to do, because I used to do park hoppers, but even without the reservations, it seemed to be kind of distracting to what we wanted to do. So I purposely did one park per day. But again, this depends on what you have planned, which is why it's important to plan ahead.
One more thing I'll add. When the park stayed open later, it made a lot more sense.
Absolutely. And we can see here, by the way, if I can pull this up, this is from Lorena Creole's community page over on her YouTube channel. It's getting awfully close to finished. Epic Universe getting ready to open. The buildings are looking done. And Disney is late to the game, I think, trying to do these discounts with these minimum day purchases. I think it's going to be tough for Disney to really get a hold of the momentum that we can feel coming from what will be North America's largest theme park opening just up the road from Disney.
Well, and you know what, Pro? Outside of Epic Universe, on the That Park Place article, we show the thrill data, for the year, showing that, the summer months typically always in the red on thrill data on that graph. This past year, 2024, June gets into some light orange, and then July and August just tanked, and we're full on in the yellow zone, which is insane. So not only is Epic Universe coming like a freight train, but they are having a huge problem getting people through those touch points at the front of the parks in the summer months, which was never a concern for them before.
Right. Well, it makes perfect sense to me that they've struggled this year and they don't have Epic Universe. Why would we think that Epic Universe opens and they're not going to struggle? And remember that Disney has made the argument. This is what they told investors at the last earnings report. A rising tide lifts all boats.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to argue to their investors that Epic Universe, the increase of people there is going to increase people at the parks for Disney. But their actions say something totally different. And folks, now you know it. I know you want more. You want more of the Pro Channel, folks, but we've got to head out the door for this video. But fret not yet, for more content is yet on the way. 3 times a day, thrice as nice, right here on the Pro Channel. Oh, what's that you say? You want more than that? Fine, we'll do 4. 4 videos. Well, yeah, that's happening. Folks, as you get ready to go, consider clicking the like button for us. It is a huge help. Also, like, share, subscribe, and click it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. We would also love it if you could drop on down and give us a comment. We love hearing from you. And although we can't respond to every single comment, we often are reading them indeed. Folks, we would encourage you to consider subscribing to our partner channels, that Park Place, that Game Place, and that Pod Place. We love them all. We think you might too. Until the next time we have the joy of joining with you, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.